December 7th, 1998, a cold, gray morning over Thunder Bay, Ontario. Two experienced pilots, John Sullivan and Mark Reese, prepared their twin-engine Piper Navajo aircraft for what should have been a routine charter flight across Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. Their destination? A small airfield in Michigan, a route they'd flown dozens of times before. Weather was clear, wind steady, visibility excellent. Everything seemed normal, until it wasn't. At 10:22 a.m., the control tower cleared Flight 392 for takeoff. "Roger that," John replied, voice calm, confident, a man in complete control of his machine. Mark, the co-pilot, logged their route. Thunder Bay over Isle Royale across open water to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. A simple 2-hour flight. But Lake Superior has never been simple. To those who live near it, the lake is known as Gitchigami, the Great Sea, and many believe it holds secrets darker than the depths themselves. As they ascended to 7,000 feet, John switched frequencies and made casual chatter with another pilot passing in the opposite direction. He sounded fine, professional, unbothered. 37 minutes later, everything changed. "Mayday, it's not what it looks like." Then silence. The transmission was faint, almost swallowed by static, but the words were unmistakable. Confused, the control tower called back. "Flight 392, repeat your message." No response. The radar showed the plane descending rapidly, then vanishing from the screen entirely. A routine flight had become a mystery that would baffle investigators for decades. Within hours, the U.S. Coast Guard launched an extensive search. Boats, helicopters, sonar sweeps, hundreds of square miles of frigid water scanned for any sign of wreckage. Nothing. Days passed, then weeks. Not a single piece of debris surfaced, not even a floating seat cushion. Families of the two pilots waited helplessly as winter closed in. The official assumption: severe icing, engine failure, or pilot disorientation. But if it was a crash, where was the wreck? Spring arrived, and with it, a clue. In April 1999, a fishing trawler's sonar detected a large metallic object 280 feet beneath the surface near Isle Royale. Divers were sent down. What they found was haunting. The Piper Navajo lay perfectly preserved, its fuselage intact, its wings folded inward from impact. But the cockpit was empty. No bodies, no blood, no signs of escape or struggle. Just two headsets, still plugged into the dashboard. Both seats were buckled, as if the pilots had simply vanished mid-flight. Investigators were baffled. If the men had somehow survived the impact, where did they go? The surface had been frozen solid that night. No footprints, no broken ice, no clues. And what about the final transmission? It's not what it looks like. What did that mean? Some experts speculated they'd encountered St. Elmo's fire, a rare atmospheric phenomenon that can cause strange glowing orbs around aircraft wings. Maybe they were disoriented. Maybe it was a hallucination. But those who knew John and Mark disagreed. They were veterans, calm under pressure, and if they said something wasn't what it looked like, they meant it. Lake Superior isn't just known for its storms. It's known for disappearances. Over 350 ships have sunk here. Dozens of aircraft have vanished without trace. Locals call the region between Duluth, Thunder Bay, and the Sioux Locks the Lake Superior Triangle, a stretch of water whispered to behave unnaturally. Compasses flicker, radios cut out, GPS malfunctions, and sometimes things disappear, only to reappear months later like nothing ever happened. Some believe it's geomagnetic anomalies. Others think it's something else. Then came the reports. On the night of the disappearance, two fishermen on the Michigan shoreline claimed they saw a blinding blue light over the lake, moving fast, then vanishing into the clouds. Hours later, a resident near Houghton reported hearing what sounded like a low humming engine above the ice, followed by silence. But no one could prove anything. And yet, every year since, strange lights are still reported in that same area. Glowing orbs hovering over the waves before fading away. Theory 1. Mechanical failure. Experts say the plane likely iced over, losing altitude rapidly before impact. But that doesn't explain the missing pilots. Theory 2. Crash survival and escape. Maybe they escaped before the aircraft sank. But no life vests, no footprints, no human remains were ever found. Theory 3. Time distortion / spatial anomaly. Yes, it sounds impossible, but researchers have recorded strange electromagnetic pulses near the wreck site. Brief moments where compasses spin wildly and radio signals vanish. Theory 4. Extraterrestrial encounter. Some believe the cryptic phrase, "It's not what it looks like," hinted at something they saw in the sky that day, something they weren't supposed to. For years, both families refused to hold memorials, insisting their loved ones weren't gone. One diver reported hearing a faint radio ping during a 2003 expedition, a sound that matched the Navajo's old emergency frequency. When they returned to the site, it was gone. To this day, pilots flying low over Lake Superior sometimes report static on Channel 7, the same frequency John Sullivan used that morning. One even claimed to hear the words, "Mayday, it's not what it looks like," broadcast faintly decades after the signal should have died. Was it an echo or something else trapped beneath the waves? Today, the wreck remains at the bottom of the lake, untouched. Both pilots officially declared dead, though their bodies were never found. The cause? Pilot error and weather-related factors. But ask the locals, and they'll tell you otherwise. They'll tell you Lake Superior is alive, that once it takes something, it doesn't always give it back. And sometimes, when the fog rolls in just right, fishermen swear they hear faint radio chatter drifting across the water. A pilot's voice whispering through the static. It's not what it looks like. Two men vanished into the depths of Lake Superior, leaving behind a single chilling phrase that still echoes through the static of time. Maybe it was weather. Maybe it was something beyond understanding. But one thing's certain, the lake never gives up its secrets easily. This is Whispers Unsolved. And if you want to hear more stories like this, subscribe and turn on the bell, because every mystery you think is solved might not be what it looks like.